Harvesters Ministries is a global multiplication church planting organization which works in over 90 countries, opening the way so that the world can know Jesus. Harvesters teaches local churches and pastors how to plant churches through evangelism, discipleship, and pastoral training. It all starts at the Hub Church, where the local pastor or hub leader is situated. The Hub Church sets a goal of planting at least 10 new churches over a 3-year period. Places are identified where the need is greatest. Mapping out this hub model ensures that everything is done in a strategic, systematic, and measurable way. Churches are planted within 1 day's travel from the Hub Church. Churches are planted through evangelism and not through transfers. The Hub Church trains people in evangelism and reaches out with the gospel of Jesus Christ. The gospel is preached in villages, neighborhoods, communities, towns, and cities. As people experience the power of the gospel, many are saved. Then they need to be discipled so that they, in turn, can become disciple makers. New believers need a church. However, a church is not a building. Once the evangelism has been done, the new believers are brought together and a new church is planted under the discipleship and mentorship of the Hub Church. A new church is defined by several characteristics. Firstly, it's made up of born-again believers. At its center is the Lord Jesus Christ himself. This group needs to be the church and is defined by these 3 things: that they love God, they love people, and they make disciples. And at this stage, seldom do they have a building. The new church needs leadership. No pastors are sent or moved. Over time, God calls someone to be the local student pastor of the new church. Student pastors are invited to the pastoral training program at the Hub Church. They live at home, minister to their church community, and travel to the Hub Church every 5 weeks for 3 days of training. This occurs over a 4-year period. There's no cost to the student pastors, and Harvesters provides all manuals they need for their training. The training curriculum is currently available in over 65 languages. However, there are some requirements for student pastors to graduate. First, they must build a discipleship model into their own church, which leads to evangelism outside the church. Everyone is a disciple maker, and this leads to growth spiritually and numerically. Secondly, they must plant at least 3 new churches through evangelism during their 3 years of study, replicating the discipleship model in each new church. Thirdly, they must activate each new church to multiply by planting 3 more churches. People often ask, how is it possible to plant over 117,000 churches? The answer lies in the power of multiplication. Multiplication leads to exponential growth. Many people are involved with the actual church planting. New hub leaders plant at least 3 new churches a year, and student pastors are expected to plant at least 1 church a year for 3 years. So we use the principle of 1-1-1. At its core, the model comes down to 1 church planting 1 new church in 1 year. After more than 25 years of multiplying, Harvesters currently has over 40,000 students enrolled. Each student pastor is required to plant at least 1 church for each year of their studies. This means that over 40,000 churches will be planted this year alone by those on track to graduate to next year's training. On average, that works out to be over 100 churches planted per day. This number increases each year. What does it all cost? On average, this process of training hub leaders to win 40 to 100 people to Christ through evangelism, to plant a church and disciple believers, to train a pastor for 4 years, and to plant a further 3 more churches costs just $200. 160 pounds, or 3,800 Rand. Plus, all the training materials are included. How is it possible to achieve this at such a low cost? When we start in a country, we bring together 30 to 200 potential hub leaders in a new stream or a church planting movement. Licensed trainers, who are volunteers, train them every 6 months while covering their own costs. Churches plant churches near them. Local believers carry out the evangelism. No buildings are erected by Harvesters Ministries. The hub leaders train the student pastor, and no salaries are paid. What can you do to win people to Christ and disciple them and help plant churches? Visit our website at www.harvestersministries.com and contact us for more information.